Readers of BRM will be aware of my writing a series on budget modelling where I take several locomotives, often in a very tatty state, bought very cheaply, and improve them, get them running properly, detail them, and what have you. And we start with an old Bachmann A4. Now, this didn't cost me anything at all. It was donated by a dear friend, and I worked on it, changing the nameplates for something better, in this case 247 developments, fixing lamps by Model U, the most scale available, vacuum standpipe at the front, weathered the motion. Now, much of the weathering originally was what one might call natural. George Stephenson, who donated this model, lived in an 18th century house, so there's dust of centuries settling on this dear old A4. What was nice was that George lived long enough to see this, and he was delighted with it. It ran reasonably well to start with, only needing a little bit of cleaning and oiling, and I put her to work on the Down Queen of Scots. Now, 60013 Dominion of New Zealand was a King's Cross engine, so probably wouldn't be seen regularly on the Queen of Scots, but I thought this is most appropriate. Now remember, this is an old Bachmann A4 with a split chassis, and many of these chassis literally split, but not this one. You can see a crew as well. I've added that. But it takes this heavy 10-car rake with ease. The van, by the way, the horse box, is a coupling converter wagon because the A4 still has the loathsome tension locks. But it runs really well. There are issues with it. The tender's not right. The gap between the loco and tender is too much, but that's not really of great importance. And here we have the finished thing, running on the East Coast Main Line, and I'm sure this A4 will satisfy many. Now, this is budget modelling. This isn't budget modelling. Well, it's a higher budget, and it's yet another Dominion of New Zealand. And I only offer this by way of comparison. And this was built by me from a Southeastern Finecast kit and painted by Jeff Haynes. And I say it's a comparison, but it's a lot more money. And just by way of comparison, here it is on the same train without the coupling converter wagon. I don't think this runs any better than that rather tatty to begin with Bachmann A4. But I stress again, there's a huge price difference, and that's the whole point of this budget modelling. You don't need to spend a fortune.